I think they got me, boys. Save yourselves. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Gyro. Today is going to be one of those one other unscripted video reaction onto the latest and greatest news that I'm following from the sidelines. I always have been, of what's going on in Blizzard and World of Warcraft space specifically. This is evolution of what's happening in the patch notes of 9.1.5 patch that is in the making right now. And as we all know, it is the patch that is kind of known in the community as a please come back patch. It is a, I wouldn't call it a love letter to the community, but it's definitely let's give them what they want, boys. Let's give them what they want so that they come back patch. I can't blame them either. I'm not being sarcastic here. It is just kind of a true reflection of what this patch really is. It is not your typical 0.5 World of Warcraft patch, where you would expect tuning of some systems, balancing, maybe minor features. No. This is an attempted love letter to community from the developers, and definitely a serious, now that we see it, a serious push for please come back campaign. Let's call it a campaign. I'm a retired World of Warcraft player. I left World of Warcraft in March. Right? In March. It's been what, 6 months now or something? I left before Blizzard disasters, and I left because I vote with my money. And I always was encouraging anyone who, you know, is not just kind of a place for the sake of playing. I was always encouraging everyone to, if they're not happy, vote with your money. Go somewhere where you are happy, is what I was saying always, and I will continue saying it always. I have not changed that position whatsoever. World of Warcraft stopped making me happy. It stopped entertaining me. It was not worth my money, even though it's not much money, but it was not worth my money, and it was definitely not worth my time. Most importantly, not worth my time. So I played Final Fantasy XIV. My subscription ran out. The free time that I got with purchase of the next expansion and Walker that I still look forward to, it ran out. And I am looking forward to kind of more time in Path of Exile. Let's say I spend a lot of time in Path of Exile. I know not many from my community comparatively are into Path of Exile. Why? Well, because it's an MMORPG channel. That's how it got started. That's how people came over here. That's majority of my subscribers, I suppose, came from either World of Warcraft or lately jumped on because I was one of those people covering Final Fantasy XIV. Look, I always go not off some hype. I always go off what entertains me, personally. So while Final Fantasy XIV was satisfying that need, I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. Performance of the servers for Oceanic player, for person in Australia, at least for me, with VPN, without VPN, doesn't matter. It was insufficient for me to feel like I'm having as much fun as I'd like to be having. And that, I think, you can't attribute it all to that, but I think that that was a massive kind of chunk, a massive part of the wind taken out of my sails. I know it's a very awkward way of putting it, but I hope you're bearing with me there. So I am sort of, I did not resubscribe. I did not extend my subscription to Final Fantasy XIV, so I'm not playing an MMORPG right now. So there is a certain gap in my satisfaction, I suppose, that I used to get from gaming in the past, for many years. And I was a World of Warcraft player for many years. So I talk to you, to my community, to people who bother talking back to me. I appreciate all of you, by the way, whether you are in favor of me reviewing 9.1.5, and until today, I was not interested. I was interested from the perspective of, hey, is it gonna engage my community, in all honesty? Is it gonna be fun for you guys and girls? And is there something for me to check out? Probably worth $15 to subscribe for 1 month, check it out, then leave again, probably go off to Endwalker when Endwalker expansion launches in the Final Fantasy XIV. That was my plan. And maybe, that's exactly what it's still gonna be. But today we have this major news. By my standards, I'm not being snobbish here, I'm not being hypocritical, it is major. They are officially saying we are going to be reopening Mage Tower experience with Legion Timewalking in 9.1.5. I will honestly tell you that this is the very first time in many months when I was like, you know, if we were looking for a meme, I was like, oh, oh, what's up? Literally like that. So that's the reference to I think they got me, boys. I think they got me, boys. Save yourselves. At the moment of recording of this video, spontaneous reaction video to this news, I feel like I definitely will be checking out 9.1.5 because not because you told me, not because you sort of supported this and said yes, we'd like more content. Gyro, tell us what you think. It's because I want to do Mage Tower. I want to do Mage Tower. For whatever the reason they are trying to give it to me, I'm not sort of under the illusion that it's changed policies. They are now listening to the community. No. They're doing all of that. I'm still being very, well, sarcastic but realistic, that they're doing this to get back people who have left in troves. And they are putting everything out there, whatever else they have to offer to bring us back. Do I blame them for it? Absolutely not. That's what I'd be doing. But I would also be apologizing. They didn't apologize, which makes me feel like, you know what? I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna get that Werebear form because I wanted it for years and I did not get it in Legion. Stupid me, alright? I was playing back then and I didn't get it. And I've been blaming myself for the whole time. So this is, I'm sorry if it kind of resonates the wrong way, but this is the one that got away. All of you raging people who say, oh, this takes away from my back then, you know, Legion expansion achievement, you have achieved same awesome form in the natural coloration of the Werebear, and I'll be always jealous. I'll be always jealous of you. But the second best option, what's the second best option? Let's move on from that. What's the second best option? Second bloody best option is to get this and hopefully have fun while getting it. So that tells me that I can have fun and I can get something that I really, really want. I want this. I make no apologies, no excuses for it. I really want this. So, Timewalking, I am still not a huge fan that they're sticking to their stupid system of rotation of their stupid micro holidays and taking away Timewalking from us. I think that they should look at content not as a schedule, but as slices. So if I'm only interested in this thin slice of content that, let's say, Timewalking represents, I should, as a player, have constant access to it if I want to. Like Torghast, except Torghast is, you know, I have bad memories with Torghast. I know they've evolved it, and part of me wants to check it out, but it wouldn't be enough to lure me back in, as I was saying to you in the previous video. It was too little, too late. I still stand by everything I said in my previous video for 9.1.5 patch early notes review. But this, I'm sorry, even probably most skeptical among you have to agree that this honestly is a bit of a changer. It's a bit of a game changer. There is value in this. There is fun value in this, and there is acquisition value in this. I would play to get this. I would have fun while doing it. I'll report to you how I got it in case there is some particular tactics to this. I know there used to be guides on how to do Mage Tower while it was, you know, tough. And I'm sure even with the tuning, even with Timewalking adjustments, whatever, all of that, I'm sure they'll still make it tough. I'm sure they'll still make it tough for individuals. So I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. I don't think so. Yes, I do believe that there will be a lot more werebears out there walking around than there used to be in Legion. I do think that there will be a lot more of, I'm going to say, us. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be just like, just queue up for Timewalking and off you go. I think they'll make us work for it. I do think that they'll make us work for it. But I absolutely do look forward to playing the patch, at least, if nothing else, than just for this. But by the looks of it, they are still adding more chunky stuff, more meaningful stuff. Is Mage Tower it? Is that it? All those things that they promised, all these armaments, all these armor pieces, of which I think I'm only potentially also interested in the look of this one. This is pretty good, but I'm not into collection. I haven't been actually ever into collection of particular appearances other than the amazing this one. That was something that slipped through my fingers and I always wanted this. As far as the armor transmog, I was never really into collecting that, even though I probably will have a little bit of fun doing it on different alts on all other characters that I had, and if it requires some form of recommendation, some form of a guide, you can absolutely expect that from me, as I've always produced content on this channel for casual players of whichever game I'm playing. Path of Exile right now, World of Warcraft back then, and maybe hopefully in the future, if they steer the ship back to dry land. Who knows? Who knows exactly how it's going to happen? Whether you agree or disagree with this, I have an objective reason why I think it's worth for me to return for 9.1.5. Will I stay? I don't know. Absolutely don't know. Not committing forever. Just this is a reason to come back, at least for a month. Tell me what you think. Are you A, still playing? If yes, good for you. If not, are you coming back for this? Would this tip the scales for you? If not, no harm done. Let's just not be toxic to each other. But for me, that probably would be, because it gives me enough value for my money and for my time. Let's talk in the comments down below. We haven't done it in a while. I think this is a worthy topic of conversation, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Talk to you later. Bye for now.